versus Ferrari.
Oh, you saw that?
There you go. Yes, I did.
All right, let's give us a movie review.
Ford versus Ferrari. 2.5 hours, give or take.
You can do spoilers. It's okay.
There's no spoilers. Matt Damon, Christian Bale, both in there. It's a true story. It's got John Bernthal from The Walking Dead.
That's called Punisher.
Punisher.
We call him Punisher.
Is that what we call him?
Yes, he's not a
He's in
Punisher around
there.
here.
There's a lot of people in there that you've seen on in movies. It's a very, very, very good movie. Almost simply because of the times we live in that they don't make these kind of movies anymore. It's like
They do. They just made it.
One time. It's a star-driven, big film that's just not a big comic book movie, not a superhero. Just a big drama. There's a lot of comedy in there. It's a very cool story. I didn't know the whole Ford versus Ferrari thing about Le Mans trying to beat Ferrari in Le Mans back in 1960.
Who wins, Ford or Ferrari?
Ford, the last one that they do, but they do Christian Bale's character very dirty.
Why?
Because he's the driver. He's ill-tempered driver.
Driver of what? Ford or Ferrari?
Ford.
Okay.
So he's the driver. He's very ill-tempered. He's got a bad reputation. He helps.
True character?
Yeah, that's all true.
All right.
And then he helps. What's his name? Shelby.
Carroll Shelby.
Yeah, Carroll Shelby.
Dead.
That's Matt Damon.
Really?
Um.
He plays Carroll Shelby?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
he won the Le Mans.
He's
He's
a
the only
legend.
American to win Le Mans.
Carroll Shelby was a driver?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He did it, and then he had medical conditions, so he couldn't drive anymore.
What?
I think is because you're sitting so long, and he had.
Ass cancer?
No, he had a heart problem. And if he had
Palpitation.
his blood pressure was way too out of control, so anything that was going to distract him or rile him up too much would have killed him. So he had to get out of driving. So he helps. Ferrari's just running away, winning Le Mans every year because they're $100,000 vehicles. Beautiful works of art. But they make like 30 cars a year. Ford makes a billion cars a year.
A billion?
Not numbers wise, big, small.
And they were allowed to compete with each other?
Well, no, they wanted to. They wanted to do something where they didn't want to have, a German or
Ferrari?
yeah, I think it's German or Italian.
Italian, god damn it.
No, there was German stuff in the Volkswagen. They were talking about Volkswagen.
Hitler.
Yes.
Jesus.
But there was Enzo Ferrari and everything.
Enzo's in it?
It's him.
Enzo Ferrari, cool.
He's winning Le Mans every year. Just every year, it's like boom, 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 boom.
Who are they fighting against?
Just regular other cars. They don't go into the history of Le Mans. It's not about Le Mans.
24-hour Le Mans?
Yes. But then Ford wants to do it. They want to get into the competition.
Why?
Because Carroll Shelby's like, hey, if you want to beat the competition, you have to do something that makes your car you have to make a car like them. You have to make a sports
The
car.
movie's about the GT40?
Yeah, so they build it and how it becomes how they make the car. They use Christian Bale's character. I can't remember his name. His character in there, and he helps them build it. He's the archetype basically. He helps Carroll Shelby. They build it. The first year they say, "Oh, you're not going to Le Mans. You're too bad of a reputation. We can't put a microphone in front of you in case you win, because you probably will win because you're that good."
He was that good of a driver?
Oh yeah, fucking excellent, best driver.
He was a Ferrari driver?
No,
What was he a driver
he
for?
was just a race car. He was a driver for Carroll Shelby.
Why was he so bad? He just had a bad temper?
Oh yeah, he was a very angry man.
Fought people?
Yeah, he just he talked off the cuff and everything.
Okay.
And so
People might like that these days.
yeah.
So they make the GT40?
So they make the GT. He doesn't go to Le Mans. They get smoked at the show because they get smoked at the race because the car is not ready. It's not the final. It's not the final. Model.
Really?
They get smoked. It's an embarrassment for Ford.
Oh, shit.
So then they go back, and then Carroll Shelby. They talk to Henry Ford II. Yeah, it's Henry Ford II. He thinks he's going to fire him because you made a mockery of Ford. But he's like, oh no, go win go win my battle. Go win this, build this car, do whatever the fuck you need to do. We're giving you the money. We're going to let you do it.
Really?
So they let him do it, and then they do prototypes and everything. They get Christian Bale. They build the car. They build the GT40, which means it has to be 40-inch clearance off the ground.
Really?
To the center of the tire or something.
That's
Yeah,
what I said?
that's apparently what
Really?
that is. So they build that. They build the car. He gets to go to Le Mans. Shelby's like, yo, you're not. If you're not taking him, you're not taking him. You're not going to Le Mans without taking him. You have to have him in this race.
Or Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
so they let him race?
Yeah, so they let him race the second time, and he's smoking. It comes down to Ford versus Ferrari. The Ferrari dude, it's a team. It's 4 people I think drive.
For 24 hours.
Yeah, they each drive 4-hour shifts.
Jesus.
And
What
then
do they do if they pass or take a dump?
no,
They talk about that?
no.
Do they eat?
Once they get back.
Is it raining?
Oh yeah, it starts raining. It's violent, heavy rains and everything.
Really?
Like I would not do that at all.
It's nighttime.
They're driving like 150 miles an hour.
Nighttime.
Windshield wipers.
And it's through those.
Oh yeah, it's fucking nasty. It's horrible.
No, it's the second time go
They're
around? Is it
going.
the next year?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So
And
they fixed the car, they made it better?
yeah, because originally they only gave him 90 days to try and do it. Carol Shelby said, "Oh, we can do this in 90 days."
Okay.
So they do it. Christian Bale, again, I can't remember his character's name, but
He's called Christian Bale.
CB. He's so good. Ferrari ends up crashing at Le Mans, knocks him out of the competition. So it's really just Ford left.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, what is he, 2 laps up or something on everyone. He's so far ahead of everyone. And then at the end, they're like, hey, because the 4 people hate this dude. They hate him with a passion.
Oh, they don't like him?
No, they hate him. They're the ones that did him dirty. Oh, you can't.
Shelby likes him? Nobody else
Yeah,
likes him?
Shelby loves him. He's like, he's his best friend or whatever.
Okay, but the whole team doesn't like him?
Yeah, nobody likes him.
Okay.
Ford,
So they're rooting for him to lose?
Yeah, they would
Ah,
tell
why?
him to pull back, tell him to slow down,
What?
tell him to do all this because they don't want him representing.
He doesn't know this is going on?
He sees it, but he doesn't know. No.
He's trusting his team.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't be.
No, he should, but Shelby's there to help him. Shelby does what
Shelby
he does.
doesn't know his whole team?
Oh, no, he's the one that's fighting everyone. He's fighting Henry
Okay.
Ford and everything.
All right.
And so they go, and then the dickheads at Ford say, hey, it's a better photo op if we can just, I think everyone's seen the picture. It's of 1, 2, 3. It's all 3 Fords coming in together at Le Mans, just literally crossing the line at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, because they were like, oh, it's a beautiful photo op. That could be the coolest, that could be the greatest thing for Ford.
They were that far ahead, all 3 of them?
Oh, yeah. No. They weren't. He had to wait for them.
He stopped?
He had to slow down. They were like, oh, you have to slow down. So Shelby's like, you know what? That's fucked up, but PG doesn't say it. But he's like, that's fucked up. You go do what you want to do. I brought you to this race. You can do what you want to do now. It's up to you. You've gotten us this far. If you just want to win the race,
How much raise is left?
he doesn't have much left. He
Okay.
only has a little bit, but he's up like 2 laps, so he's got to wait. He's got to slow down.
He slows down?
Yeah, he slows down because he's like, you know what? It's more just about everything. He got to Le Mans, he got the race, so he made the car. He did everything. He slows down. They dick him over because they all cross the finish line at the same time, but then they give it to one of the other guys. I think the dude's name is Saline, that crosses the line.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he waited?
He waited. They all crossed the line at the same time. They didn't even give him the win because of a technicality.
What?
But he knows that he won. He's just like, you know what? He's like, fuck it. I know I won.
Does he get angry?
No, at
Really?
that point, because he's like, I made it to Le Mans.
So Ford still gets 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But he just
He
He
does
would've
not
won.
become. Yeah, he does not become the first person to actually win Le Mans and win like the Triple Crown or whatever.
That's dirty.
They do him dirty, but he accepts it because he's there. He did what he wanted to do. He did what he dreamed to do.
Is that where the movie ends?
No,
Why they don't have it there?
because there's a little more to the story.
Really?
And then they crashed before because the brakes were shot in the car. Like when they were testing it, they crashed. The car blows up, but he gets out. He walks up. Yeah, this was when they were still prototyping it to get into Le Mans. The kid's there and everything, and they're like, oh, what would happen if you got caught in there, and then he doesn't get caught in there, so he lives. So CB lives, but then later on they're going to celebrate, yada yada. They're testing again, and unfortunately CB dies.
What?
He crashes.
Crashes the GT40?
Oh no, this was after. This is just like on the roads. They're just testing another car or something.
He dies?
Yeah, he crashes. They don't harp on it. They don't do too much with it. They just they fade away because you don't need to focus on him dying.
Why not? Isn't he the star of the show?
It's him and Matt Damon. Matt Damon's really the star.
Why? There's more scenes with him?
Yeah,
Because he's the
for
dude.
Shelby. Yeah,
Jeez.
but he dies, and then it just goes
Is
on.
it sad?
No, it's not really. I mean, it's not like
Okay,
a
after
tear
that?
jerker.
Oh.
It's just there, okay. He won Le Mans, but he
Shit.
died doing what he loved
Carol
doing.
Shelby died too
Yeah.
recently, or maybe a few years ago.
But yeah, I mean, it just continues a little bit, shows him going to talk to his family for a minute.
That was it, or is there a school rivalry, or that?
No, yeah, that's where it ends. Like after that, he dies, and then Carol Shelby
Ford gives up.
No, they just do an epilogue, whatever. Yeah,
They keep the GT40 going, or
I believe so.
they made a new one.
Yeah,
I don't know. They go.
it's made by what's his face,
Steven
James
Soderbergh.
Mangold, who did Logan.
Oh, really?
Mm,
He's a good actor, then.
director.
Yeah, he does good in this
So
film.
yes, Ford v Ferrari, Ford versus Ferrari.
How do you give it?
8.8.
Is it your top 10 of the year?
I think if I go back and look at the list again, I could probably move it up in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Top 7, 8ish.
There's your movie, man.
Solid film.
New segment. Did a review for you.
Very solid film.
Nuts to bolts. Just gave it to you. Spoilers and all.
It'll get some Oscar
It was a
nominations.
spoiler. You told everybody the guy died.
Well,
That's a major spoiler.
Well, hey,
CB dies.
movie's been out since Thanksgiving, so
Oh, well, CB died.
there you go.
CB died.
There you go.